Welcome to the Military Bowl. Welcome back to the Tulsa Dynasty, everyone. And today, in the Military Bowl, your Tulsa Hurricanes are going head to head with the Trojans of SMU. Trojans wearing the all black, and the Hurricanes wearing the all white. This is a game where I think both of these teams are equally matched. And I think we're going to be in for a good one. This is our first bowl game of the series. We finished the year 7-5. Honestly, better than I thought we would be. But you know what? I'm here for it. Coach Perkins has his team in a great spot in his first year as head coach. And here we go. Boom! Our first boom of the bowl season. And there's the return of the year. Braylon Presley gets us to the 18-yard line. And here we go. As you can see, both of these teams are kind of equally matched. And it's going to be a fun one as Francis is out of the gun. Hands it out. Play action to Watkins. And it's a quick pass to Ethan Hall, the senior tight end, for a first down. 2nd and 7 now coming up. Quick screen pass. That's going to be Jeremiah Ballard. And Ballard gets a quick 6-yard gain on the play. Francis back to pass. Francis finding Presley down underneath on the flats. And we're down to the 50 already. Out of the gun again. Francis is just doing some quick throws, finding Presley once again. It's the first time we've seen Presley get involved in a long time in a game plan. Powerful run there from Anthony Watkins. Bill Jackson now in the game. Play action at Jackson. Francis in the pocket. Francis going deep. Finding Jeremiah Ballard at the 6. 1st and goal coming up for the Tulsa Hurricanes. Francis, empty backfield. Francis finding Cam. Then Benjamin wide open in the end zone. Touchdown Tulsa. And Tulsa strikes first. What a drive for the Hurricanes. They go straight down the field and strike immediately. Preston Stone, the quarterback here. Play action to the running back. And that's going to be a catch by the tight end, R.J. Maryland. He is probably the biggest receiving threat in this game. Handoff to the running back, Jalen Knighton. And Knighton fumbled on that play. Hold on, Knighton fumbled. Knighton fumbled, and it's Tulsa football. I didn't even see that. 3rd and 4 now coming up. Watkins to the left. Hand off to Watkins. Watkins going to try to take this up the middle. 4th and 2. Coach Perkins says, let's go for it. And it's a handoff. Watkins. Watkins stretches out. Unable to get it. So it's SMU ball. You know what? You took the chance for it, and you didn't get it. That's L.J. Johnson, the running back on that play. They have 3 good running backs they like to run. And this is L.J. Johnson in at running back again. It's going to be a handoff to Johnson. Johnson, left-hand side from the 37-yard line. He gets 7 on the play. Handoff. This is the other running back, Quandre Thompson Polk, with the number 86. And that looks like Preston Smith is going down. Devontae Streets, and Preston Smith looks hurt. 2nd and 18 coming up for the SMU Trojans. And look at Streets just came through on the blitz, and he sacked him. Streets is filled in perfectly for Gavin Potter in a way. Polk now. Thompson Polk on the run. Polk gets about 9 yards of that back. 11 yards, excuse me. 3rd and 15 now coming up. He is a man open, and that is a big play down the field. That was Jake Bailey, I believe. And he's going to be intercepted. No. Campbell. And Campbell has a lane. And Campbell is gone. Touchdown, Tulsa. Pick 6. 82 yards to the house. Nunu Campbell. Nunu Campbell jumped that pass. That looked like it was intended for Jake Bailey once again. And Nunu Campbell just jumped it and took it to the house. If Nunu Campbell missed that ball, it would have been a touchdown for SMU. Look at this. Just jumping the route. And it was over from there. That is indeed Jake Bailey, it looks like. Just a perfect defensive read by Nunu Campbell. And just like that, we're up 13-0. We missed the extra point. Thompson Polk now with a powerful run though. And Polk is hurt on the play. He's going to have to come out. It is going to be Knighton in the game, and Knighton gets the carry. Knighton gets the first down as he moves shifty on the play. Ball on the 34-yard line. It's going to be Knighton again. Knighton left-hand side. Knighton trying to get the first down, but gets 7 on the play. And that's going to end the first quarter. Tulsa up 13-0, and with a pick 6 to spare in this game. Smith now calling some audibles at the line. That's a catch by Jordan Hudson on the first down, but there's a flag, and this is probably coming back. Third and 10 now, coming up. Stone back to pass. Stone looking, and he gets taken down easily. That is Joe Jelly. And now it is Tulsa football. Kirk Francis looking. Francis quick pass to Braylon Presley. We've seen Kirk Francis have some poor games, and that's a tight throw there from Kirk Francis. Good throw. But we've seen Kirk Francis, and that's intercepted. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Some poor games, some poor throws, flag on the play, and this looks like it's in the backfield. This may be coming back. Oh, it's in the secondary. So that one's coming back. That interception does not count against Kirk Francis. Francis now. But Francis will be sacked on this one as he ran into the defender on that one. Francis looking, finding Camden Benjamin once again wide open. The senior balling out in his final game as a Tulsa Hurricane. That's going to be Bill Jackson up the middle of the field. First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Francis back to pass. Francis going to take this one up the middle. Francis gets 7 yards on the play. Francis back to pass. Francis, end zone, touchdown, Tulsa. Just like that. And that is the freshman, Smith. We haven't seen a lot of him at all this year. I do believe this is his redshirt year. Tall, lengthy guy. High hopes for him in the future. But now it's 20-0 Tulsa. Who would have ever guessed this? I mean, if you look at their records, we are the better team. Oh my goodness, Stone just took a big hit. If you look at the records, we are the better team. But look at this returner of the year, special teamer of the year, and a good return from Braylon Presley. 3rd and 12 coming up. Ball on the 49, and down goes Francis, and that was Cam Robertson on the sack there. 3rd and 4 coming up. Stone back to pass. Stone not having, there's a flag on the play there, but it was batted away. And I think we're just going to get the ball back ourselves. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining into halftime. And you know Tulsa wants to go down the field and score. 3rd and 7. It's going to be a screen to Watkins. Haven't seen much of Watkins in this game. They've been running both running backs pretty well so far. Francis back to pass. Francis, he had Camden Benjamin. Benjamin just too low for Benjamin. That's a handoff to Benjamin though. And Benjamin not able to get the first down. 3rd and 18 on that one. But it's 1st and 10 now. And Preston Stone gets taken down. Amaya Williams on the sack. 3rd and 17. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. And from there, they're content to go in at halftime down 20-0. Who would have guessed that this would be the score. Not me. I expected a closer game. I expected this game to be much closer. I did not expect Tulsa to come out here dominating like this. And it is a pick six that is the biggest play in this game. Nunu Campbell jumped the route and it was over from there. Though, like I said, Preston Stone hasn't looked particularly bad. It was that one interception, and that wasn't even a bad read. It was just Nunu Campbell making a great defensive play. That's Knighton on the carry. Knighton fumbled again. I saw that one, and that's picked up by Keon Parker. So the turnovers continue for SMU. This is what, the third turnover of the game for SMU? We will cause the turnovers. Like Dane Hodge punched it out, it looks like. And Keon Parker picks it up. We'll happily take the short field. As 4th and 2 now comes up for a big kick here, and it's good. Working on my kicking. 23-0, however. Handoff Knighton. They're sticking with Knighton. Even after the 2 fumbles he's had this game. Back to pass. Stone has a man open. Big play there. I think that was Bailey on the catch. Handoff. Knighton. Knighton has a lane open. Knighton gets the first down. 11 carries. 56 yards for Knighton. Knighton still in the game. Knighton's it's going to be Preston Stone with the carry. And Stone took a big hit. 3rd and 5 now. Stone looking, surveying the field. No one's open. Great coverage by SMU. Tulsa, excuse me. And that is intercepted by New Campbell once again. And Campbell's going to go once again. 2 interceptions. 2 pick sixes from New Campbell. And he strikes the Heisman pose. Sir, that was Cam Ward who won the Heisman. But you know what? Have a day, New Campbell. 4th turnover of the day for SMU. And this is a 30-0 lead for Tulsa. SMU's in shambles. SMU fans can't believe it. That's a good catch by Maryland. Handoff to Johnson on that one. But can you believe it? It is Tulsa is up 30-0, 2 pick sixes. And there's a flag on that one. I'm not sure what they're going to get. It may be a holding. I do think. Okay, holding. I thought we hit Stone a little late on that one. Stone taking the carry. Stone can't keep taking these hits. And that's exactly what I mean. In comes Jennings, who some SMU fans think should be the quarterback because he's faster and he's a lot more mobile than Stone, as you can see here. Kevin Jennings on his first play from scrimmage is a first down. Pass off to RJ Maryland. Maryland breaks off 1 tackle, and his first pass is a touchdown to RJ Maryland, and SMU is on the board. 30-7 now. Screen to Benjamin. Benjamin not able to get past the first block. Francis stepping up in the pocket. Francis now fighting for yards to get that first down. 4th and 2 coming up. This one they won't go for. And this is Stone back in the game. It's taking a lot of hits though. They're trying to win the game with their guy. They're trying to come back. But it was Jennings that got you guys on the scoreboard. Not that it's no disrespect to Preston Stone. Preston Stone's a great athlete. Great guy. It's just, do you go with the hot hand? And that is a deep ball to Camden Benjamin. Touchdown, Tulsa. What a pass from Kirk Francis to Camden Benjamin. And SMU fans just can't believe it. Camden Benjamin is having a day in his final game in a Tulsa uniform. Come on, scouts, you see this guy? Will be perfect in the slot for the NFL. Camden Benjamin. Big touchdown as we go into the fourth quarter. And Tulsa fans are having the time of their life here in Annapolis, Maryland. And Preston Stone now trying to move the ball down the field. That is an open man right there. That is a touchdown for Jordan Hudson, I believe. Big play from Preston Stone to Jordan Hudson. And SMU gets another touchdown. Big play there. He just beats the coverage there. Just runs right past it. Francis back to pass. Francis Ballard. Francis now finds Jeremiah Ballard once again. 4th and 1. Tulsa's gonna go for it, and I think they got it this time. They do. This is the time of the game where they grind out Anthony Watkins, as you can see here. And that's an RPO, perfectly done RPO. That's what Tulsa likes to do. They like to run these RPOs. They like to run the ball. But this is what they like to do at this point in the game. They're going to grind you out. Just test your defensive fortitude at this point of the game. As Watkins, with the big power back, Watkins gets 9 yards on the play. 2nd and inches, Watkins gets the first down on that play. Ball on 18. Hand after Jackson. Jackson now gets down to the 13. Gain of 6. Watkins on the play again. Watkins grinds out the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8. That's going to be a hand out to Watkins. Watkins gets down to the 3. Anthony Watkins has to be tired. It's going to be a toss out to Watkins. Watkins. They're going to call it a touchdown. I'm not too sure. I think he's down at the 1. And they're going to review it. And they're going to reverse it. As they should. He's down at the 1. Watkins on the carry. That time he grinds it in. Touchdown, Tulsa. And Watkins wants to hear the SMU fans. But all he's hearing is Tulsa fans as Tulsa explodes out. They're going to have a 44-14 lead. Like this. What a game for Tulsa. 2 minutes remaining in the game. And at this point, you want to you got to look and see what Coach Perkins has done this year. That's a big play right there. That one is Keyshawn Smith. I think that was on that play. And that's going to be Stone looking, trying to move up in the pocket. But you got to look at what Brandon Perkins has done with this team in his first year. He has gotten this team as a 7-win team. They won, what, 4 games last year? He's taken a 4-win team, touchdown SMU, and made them a 7-win team. About to be 8 wins. About to be 8 wins. And that will do it as Matthew Ogunrin recovers the onside kick. I'm extremely proud of our boys. That is a bowl win in year 1 of the dynasty. Tulsa 44, SMU 21. What a dominating performance. And we have 2 pick sixes to thank for that. Look, I don't want to say what ifs or anything, but you know, this is, without those pick sixes, this is the game that I thought it would be a close game. We win 30-21 without those pick sixes. But you know what? Those pick sixes happen, and it's a 44-21 victory. Amazing performance by Tulsa, coming out with Coach Brandon Perkins in their first bowl game. This was a dominating performance. Kirk Francis made no mistakes, thankfully. No mistakes by Kirk Francis in this one, as he remained calm and threw 3 touchdowns today, no interceptions. And hopefully that's the Kirk Francis we get going into next year. Don't need him making a whole bunch of mistakes. He threw so many interceptions down the stretch, like 10 interceptions down the stretch. I don't know. We could count them in the last couple games, how many he threw. It just was not ideal. It was not good. But this is where we want to get Tulsa football to. We want to punch teams in the mouth. We want to show them that we're not to be taken lightly. We're not the little brother, the little brother in Oklahoma. Because, they'll say Oklahoma's the big brother, Oklahoma State little brother, and then the little brother would be Tulsa. No, we're going to get to a point where we're the talked about team in the state of Oklahoma. That's where we're going to get to eventually. What a day for Camden Benjamin. 4 catches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a big 76-yarder for Benjamin. CJ Turner led the way in tackles. Really like how CJ Turner's coming out. He can play the linebacker spot as well. Like, he can come down and play as a linebacker and a safety. So, really like that about his game. Really do. How many sacks do we have today? We had 2 interceptions. Definitely went back for pick sixes. Dane Hodge, Joe Jelly forced the fumbles. We recovered both fumbles. Honestly, this was a great game. Great game. And now it's time that we look forward to the offseason. What can year 2 provide for the Tulsa Hurricanes? And yeah, National Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week. And here's, I think I showed this already. Brent Cobb is our offensive coordinator. Landry Wire is our defensive coordinator. Officially. We got Brent Cobb from Miami. So we'll see how that affects our offense next year. He has more of an idea of a spread offense, just like Coach Brendan Perkins. And Landry Wire likes to run a 3-4. We'll see how that works. I honestly like the defensive. I like what we're doing on defense right now. So we will honestly see. We got Central Florida, North Florida, and a what was that? California Bowl. California. It looked like a California pipeline. Here the bowl. This is the bowl results. And Clemson does beat Miami, Ohio in the first round of the college football playoff. So, for us, that means Cobb is out of Miami. As you guys saw there, Cobb was out of Miami, and now he is Tulsa's offensive coordinator. Rivals Oklahoma State lost the Las Vegas Bowl to Penn State Nittany Lions. Must have been a good game there. Notre Dame dominated Arkansas. Oregon defeats Ole Miss 24-10. Did I miss North Texas? Because I do believe North Texas won our division. I mean, we're just going through the games here. If there's any game that you guys need to stop and look at and you want to see, be my guest to pause. But it seems like I went through this very, very slowly. Can't believe UAB really won out after beating us. I'm still so upset about that game. So upset about that game. And here's what the college football playoffs look like. It's going to be the first round results are in now. It's going to be Clemson, Kansas State, Ohio State, and Michigan for a third time this year. 3 times. It's going to be Notre Dame and Georgia, and Oregon and Miami in the quarterfinals. What a fun playoff we have. And now we're going to go through some of those results. Michigan beats Ohio State again. I think Michigan has beaten Ohio State all 3 times this year. I legit think so. I don't know who that other loss to Ohio State is to. But I think Michigan's beaten Ohio State all 3 times. Oregon dominates Miami. And Oregon will continue into the playoff. Purdue beats SMU. Toledo beats Wyoming. South Carolina dominates Maryland. Texas defeats Rice in a Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. It's probably a fun game. Renewing that rivalry from long ago. And look at that. The big brother barely scraped it across barely was able to scrape past Charlotte. Oregon defeats Georgia in a semifinal. 34-17. And it just looks like Georgia was not able to get anything offensively done. It looks like defensively, Oregon held them down pretty well, honestly. Excuse me, and it is Michigan over Clemson in a semifinal. So it looks like we're looking at Oregon and Michigan. Looks like we're looking at Oregon and Michigan in the national title. Clay Klubnik throws 2 interceptions. And just not a lot of, looks like defense held them back pretty well. Not a lot of rushing yards for Maffa or Klubnik at all in this one. Yeah, just nothing getting done on the ground here not much getting done on the ground. Antonio Williams had a game though. Look at that. Good game from Antonio Williams. 9 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Besides that, not much done. They weren't able to get much done besides that, which is unfortunate. Oh my goodness. 19 carries, 117 yards. Orgy, 13 for 29. And unlike his counterpart, Orgy, not a bad passing game. 11 for 16, 121 yards. You know what, Orgy? You don't got to do much. Don't got to do much. Just run the ball and do some short passes. And that's probably exactly what happened. Probably short passes or medium passes. Because the longest pass thrown or the longest reception was 27 yards. So in the national championship, it is Oregon and Michigan. Number 7 versus number 1. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun one. Here's our new update. We are a 3-star team, and I saw our pro potential go up. So does that mean we have anybody drafted? Seriously, does that mean we have people drafted? Because I don't know. Pro potential went up. Athletic facilities went up. And in the national title game, it is Oregon that wins. Orgy wasn't able to get it done. Dylan Gabriel, 310 yards. Oh my goodness, 2 touchdowns. Donovan Edwards did his best. 21 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown. Jordan James, 11 for 43. Gabriel, 7 for 33. He must have did it all in the air. Not in the air for Michigan. And that's kind of what I expect out of Orgy. Oh my goodness. Taz Johnson. 6 catches, 157 yards, touchdown. Ferguson, 4 for 54 and a touchdown. Defensively, it looks like Savage was all over the field. What a game. You know, is there something like you guys would want me to do is like watch the national title game? That's something potentially you would like to see? Don't know. Let me know. But this is the final top 25 ranking here. And Tulsa's nowhere in it. I definitely missed North Texas Bowl game. So I'm not sure who they played and if they even won. But they finished the year 10-4, which is a good year for them. And Tulane, another American team, finishes 10-4. I know I showed stats last episode, but this is the final stats for the season. So Kirk Francis finishes 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 2,984 yards. Could have been such a better year. Could have been such a better year. We got to do better. Cardell Williams, 865 yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That game where I threw like 4 interceptions with both guys, I don't know what was wrong with me. It was just a bad game. But we got to figure out something at the quarterback. Watkins finishes the year 198 carries, 961 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Bill Jackson finishes with 72 carries, 462 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Honestly, I like the balance that we had. I think we should have fought to get Watkins 1,000 yards. But you know what? I'm fine with this. And Bingham only finished with 6 for 24. Benjamin, who had some carries, 19 for 121. And Williams, 19 for 54. Francis, 70 for 30 and 3 touchdowns. That's funny. Bill Jackson, though, if he can have the kind of production that Watkins had, oh man, we're in good hands. Camden Benjamin finishes the year 66 catches, 1,072 yards, and 10 touchdowns. We got him to 1,000 yards, ladies and gentlemen. Ballard finishes with 68 catches, 1,044 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So we had 2, guess right, count them, 2,000-yard receivers. Honestly, okay with it. Presley, 52, 664 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I'm okay with that. I think we should have got Presley more involved. I do. We didn't get him that involved. But we could have done better. Ethan Hall, 30 with 328 and a touchdown. Jack Wright, my favorite underdog, who I always said I want to get him more touches. Always said, hey man, we need to get Jack Wright more involved. Was not able to get him more involved at all. But yeah, like towards the end of the year, I'm just showing. Towards the end of the year, his production just dropped off. Like game 1, oh, he was looking like first couple games. I think he was leading the team in receiving, to be honest. But ever since, what game was it that he dropped a bunch of passes? There was one game where he dropped a bunch of passes and his production just dropped off immensely. It might have been North Texas or Army. And then you see his production goes out. Until we go in against UAB, he had a big game against UAB. 7 for 175 and a touchdown. And then production drops off once again. No catches against USF at all, which is surprising. The fact that we blew them out the way we did. 1 catch against Florida Atlantic and 4 against SMU. So, Presley, he has a chance to play more next year. See, since he's just a junior, we'll see where his production goes. We'll see how he develops too. Steptoe, I'm upset I didn't use more. Joshua Smith was a freshman redshirt that I wanted to see more of. Same with Corey Smith. There's these freshmen that I wanted to use just to check out. Jackson Ford, he's supposed to be redshirted. I may have accidentally subbed him in. So he got 5 games. Yeah. So he was supposed to be redshirted, but he's somebody I want to see up and coming as well. Got a lot of good receivers on this team that I think can do very well. We will see, though. We'll see how things go. Defensive wise, CJ Turner finishes with 102 tackles, leading the team. Gavin Potter finishes second after getting hurt against ECU. So what is that? 3 weeks, 3 games, and he's still second. Gavin Potter was such a good player for us. Nunu Campbell leads the team in interceptions. He would have led anyway with 4, but now he leads with 6 because of those 2 in the bowl game. So 6 interceptions for Nunu Campbell. He will be returning to the team next year as a junior. Excited to see what we get out of him next year. Because there were some moments where I thought, oh, Nunu Campbell's locked down. And then there were some moments like, oh, you got beat? That's not what I wanted to see. Owen Atrosky leads the team in sacks. So 9 sacks for Owen Atrosky. There is a chance that he transfers. Hoping he doesn't. Joe Jelly led with 5.5 sacks, second on the team. Also a chance that he transfers. Hopes he won't. Miles Jackson, I wish we got more sacks with him. Was really hoping to get more sacks with him. But, you know, honestly, I think it was a good year overall. But Chesley got both of those interceptions in one game. And this is... Stockton Ryan got an interception. Did he take it back to the house? Oh, it was in that North Texas game, wasn't it? Forced fumbles. Joe... Was it Jelly who led it in teams? It looks like it. And Von Troy Malone. Excited for him next year. I think he can be good for us next year. And we recovered almost every fumble. So, we were good in that way. Also like Will Smith. Will Smith is a prospect that I'm excited for next year as well. we just have to see how we're going to run this defense and how we're going to run this team next year. However, that's the end of the year stats, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we have for you today. So go ahead and leave a like for Tulsa if you enjoy this series and enjoy the episode. And next episode coming to you is the off season. I'll see you guys next time.